Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're a frequent viewer. And by frequent, I mean there hasn't been anything up in over a month. I'm sorry about that. If you're not subscribed to this channel, hi. Anyway, I don't even want to look, but I want to say it's been around 5 weeks. But like, I haven't been totally gone because hopefully you're also subscribed to Jocelyn and my shared channel. See what we did there? We put up content usually on Tuesdays and Saturdays. It's been much more regular than it has been over here. I've had to edit a lot of that stuff. My back has been improving. That's a question that we'll get to later. I don't want to say I'm going to be regularly uploading again, per se. Can you tell how confident I am in all of this? I'm really at the mercy of my back, but it is getting better. We'll get to that, as I just said. Anyway, should we just start the Q&A? By the way, guys, I'm just enjoying this nice fall day in Los Angeles. And by that, I mean it's literally 80 degrees outside. I've been running my air conditioning since I moved in March, and I like blankets. So I went on Twitter, follow me if you're not already, at Lily_Marston, and I asked you guys if I were to film an update Q&A for my channel this week, because I've been so MIA, at least I'm self-aware. What would you want to know? There were 79 responses. 69 would have been funnier. Jake Waters says, yes, an update would be welcome. That's not a question. Jake, do we need to go over how Q&As work? Megan wants to know if you could have any animal as a pet other than normal household pets, what would you choose and why? It's hard to say because I feel like there's a lot of animals that are super cute that you would say that you want as a pet, but like then in reality they either are like nocturnal, make really horrible noises, or are like poisonous. So I want to say like a panda. Pandas are nice, right? Ray wants to know, what are your favorite throwback movies? I feel like I don't watch movies that much anymore, so all my favorite movies would just be throwback movies. Some of my personal favorites are Drop Dead Gorgeous and Orange County. Those are both very dark comedies, but yeah. Overwhelmingly, because you guys are the sweetest, a lot of people said, how is your back doing? How's your chronic pain? How's your neck? How's your neck pain doing? Do you plan on filming regularly again? You guys are all so kind, and I feel like you ask how I am more than my family and friends. Not that they don't ask, they do all the time, but like you guys are just very attentive. Overall update, I do have some bad days once in a while, but guys, I am so much better. And I know I've said that like a million times. So when I first started seeing the chiropractor I'm seeing right now, which is Dr. Rakim, who's a Gonstead chiropractor who's super well known on YouTube, started seeing him back like early February because a bunch of you guys recommended him. He has you get a full spine x-ray, which I had never gotten a full spine x-ray. Imagine that. Long story short, he saw that all my neck pain was stemming from my lower back, which no one else had even looked at. So I had spent months treating my neck, which was never gonna get better if my lower back didn't get better, which he didn't even adjust my neck for the first like few months of seeing him. It was all mid and lower back stuff. But I got neck relief from those adjustments too. The whole Gonstead chiropractic philosophy is that they use a nerve reader to see where the misalignments are, and then they adjust just those. They only adjust those and then send you on your way. Basically, we've been kind of like starting at like my tailbone, which he said this is all coming from a childhood tailbone injury, which I definitely fell off so many horses. There's so many things that definitely have just contributed to this over time. So it was never one thing, just the car accident that I got in September really sent everything over the edge. But anyway, when I first got the x-rays, the crazy one that to look at was this one, because you could see starting at the tailbone, it was like curving to the side first and then going up, and it's all like overcompensating. And I knew that the profile posture x-ray was bad too, but that was just never really the one that got my attention until I started physically feeling that I had like different bones or muscles that were coming through that I'm like, that wasn't there before. And I just remember looking in the mirror one day and being like, this looks different. And I pulled up the fucking x-ray, and guys, look at this side by side. I have a sports bra on, don't worry. This is just my normal, like, I've never been able to sit up straight like this in my entire life. Being able to like put my shoulders back, even my shoulder blades, they both stick out. This is stuff that like, if you're watching and you don't have back pain or have never had any back issues, you're like, what are you even talking about? But if you have, you maybe can relate to sitting in a car when everything is totally aligned and being like, oh, That's why they make chairs like this. I just feel like I've been living a lie. Now what I'm dealing with is it's mostly a line. When I go in, he does like 1 or 2 adjustments and they're not very big. But I have a bunch of scar tissue that had built up to like hold it in place, trying to like push it back, I guess. I don't really know science. Now all of the scar tissue is breaking up because we're going back the other way. So I just have a bunch of stuff that's like crackly, kind of almost feels like bubble wrap. Yeah, that's what's painful now. So I'll like have that pushing on something, and suddenly like my foot's numb, or my hand hurts, or my teeth hurt. That's been one. Usually now I can like catalog what pain it is. I'm like, oh, last time if I moved to the left, that made it better. So it's been a journey, and a very day-to-day journey. I'm feeling positive. 2020 is going to be the year of normalcy. That's what I'll say, is I do now get glimpses of what normal is supposed to feel like. To me, compared to how I felt for the last year, it's like I'm floating. It's like all my limbs just move so easy, and like my brain just clears up, and I'm like, what should I do? And then like something goes off, and then I'm like, oh, never mind, I'm really tired. I want to curl up in a ball and take a nap. So yeah, it's really hit or miss. Back to the questions. Sorry. Well, I guess on the topic of backs, Natalie wants to know what my current most effective pain management technique is, and is also just curious about the best and worst thing I've ever bought. I assume pain management related also. Right now, the best thing that I have, I'd say the best thing that I have now that is my also current pain relief, aside from just like moving the scar tissue around with my like knuckles, which by the way, if you feel my knuckles, or I don't know if it'll show up on camera, I basically have calluses. It looks like I like punched someone because from just rubbing. Anyway, you know, you can use like a lacrosse ball and like dig it into your muscles. This, the double one, yes, it goes into my muscles, but it more, I don't know if it's cracking like my ribs or what, but when stuff is tight up here, great cracks. It's like $10 off Amazon. I'll link it below. Highly recommend. This is amazing. Otherwise, I would say pain management's just been like trying to like keep moving. If stuff is like really bad and I just like feel hopeless, I take a bath. It's usually just like in life. That's what I do too. Mitchell wants to know, did you get drunk at the wedding? He's referring to Jocelyn's wedding, which just happened. I'll be putting up a video very shortly. But yes. A few people have been asking, how is Shared Channel and how's it going? I'd say it's going well. I wish that I could be like a little more involved in growing it, like team-wise. Like I really want to find more editors. I want to find some producers. I want to do all of the things. I want to come up with more shows. But I kind of just... Lisa, stop texting me. So overall, I think it's doing great given the circumstances, but I think in a perfect world, would we be doing more? Yes. And I take full responsibility for that, so that sucks. But I'm hoping 2020 is going to be a year of thriving for the Lil's channel and Shared, because I just hope that I will be thriving, and if I'm thriving, the things that I'm doing will thrive. That's how that works, right? Brian wants to know, Mom, do we, your children, have a dad yet? And then Carson, I think, hopefully, also said, do you have a boyfriend? I feel like maybe people might hope that that's why I haven't been on social media that much, is because like I've been off like living my best life and having this secret hot relationship. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I've gone on some dates, and some dates have gone great, but then nothing happened. So, you know, still looking. Actually, fun tidbit, I did make out with someone at a couple weddings ago, at one of my high school friends. It was one of my high school friends' weddings. I made out with one of his college friends. I already knew him, but whoops. Oh, and also with Shared, if you guys don't know, we started a Patreon, which is super, super exciting. We put an announcement video that I spent far too much time editing, and you should go watch it. Even if you don't want to join the Patreon, it's just funny. If you don't know how Patreon works, there's different tiers that you can basically subscribe to every month, and then you get access to exclusive content. There's like a $5 tier that you get video, I don't remember all the details. Get to see videos early, chat rooms, and like Jocelyn was having coffee with everyone the morning of her wedding, apparently. You get a closer relationship with us. But if you can't afford that, which I totally get it, and like college, even if I had the $5 a month to do, my $5 is going towards drinks. And if there are college students out there using their drink money for us to support our Patreon, then bless your heart. P.S. I just got a notification for a news story that Shared News did. Can we just like have a moment to acknowledge how weird it is that Cody Simpson and Miley Cyrus are dating? I guess it's really not that weird. It just makes me think about how Jocelyn always makes fun of me because back when I was an intern, she made so much fun of me because I was asking for a picture, but he wasn't paying attention. So I was just like, Cody, Cody, excuse me, can I? And she's like, Cody, can Lily get a picture with you? And it was just like the most mortifying experience of my life. That was when he was dating Gigi Hadid. How times have changed. Doha Madani wants to know, are you doing things that make you happy? Are you prioritizing your own needs? Gonna make me cry. I've actually been trying to do that more lately. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw I went to the beach alone the other day. So I'm trying to just like do stuff to just actually force myself to relax. Working from home and doing a job where work is very intertwined with your actual life, very hard to turn things off. But yes, I thank you for asking, and I'm very much prioritizing my health and just getting better, because that is literally all I want, is just to feel normal again. Are you getting a puppy still? Great question. I actually, my sister just asked, she's going out of the country for Thanksgiving, and she just asked me if I could watch her dog for like a week, which her dog's a fucking angel and I would love to. But I've been thinking, like, if I get a puppy, her dog's an angel to me. She's kind of a little bitch to other dogs. I don't want to have to deal with someone else's dog while I'm with my new dog. To answer your question, I don't have an answer. I don't know, I'm still deciding. January at the latest, we'll say. Let's aim for December. Vlogmas? Zoe wants to know, just like, how are you? Are you drinking enough water? Honestly, probably not. I weirdly just bought Code Red Mountain Dew the other day. That's Lisa's influence. Oh, Hamzin says, I just want to know that you're okay, that you have happiness, and that life is treating you well. Well, life has been kind of shit for a year or so, but it's been on the up and up, so I'm hoping that it continues. Also, she said, wondering if you need a mom hug, sending a virtual mom hug from the southern tip of Africa. Fuck, you're in Africa? That's far. The internet's so crazy. Dan wants to know if there's any trips planned for 2020. By planned, like, booked? No. Besides, I have a friend's wedding in Vegas in February, but that's not a very far trip. I'm going to Cabo for a wedding in December. That's very exciting. And I'm going for like a week because the group rates on the room is like $100 a night. I was like, fuck yes. You get a vacation. Otherwise, no trips planned. Jocelyn really wants to go to Korea. She's been very adamant about that. I really want to go to Australia. Start secreting that now. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Hawaii too. When Joss gets back from her honeymoon, I think we're gonna be planning a few more shared trips, one might say. Teresa wants to know what unnatural color she should dye her hair. I don't think that should be up to me, but purple was my favorite that I did. Purple. It fades the nicest. LME wants to know, did you know Joss and Chris were getting married when you went to Arizona, or was it a complete surprise to everyone? Okay, so we'll put up I'm gonna put up my vlog, and you can, and I kind of talk about it, and then I think in her videos she's gonna explain everything. Like, have to preface it with that I feel like I've just been in like a brain fog for a while because of my back. I guess she did. I knew that there was a wedding. I think she was telling people that it was an engagement party, which I knew that it was not. I knew that there was a wedding taking place in Arizona that weekend and that we were attending a wedding party. What I didn't know is that there was going to be an actual wedding. She did not tell me that. I feel like I should have assumed, and there was like certain clues that I just like kind of ignored, or questions that I didn't ask. Just was like, okay, I'll be there. It all worked out. But I can't believe she pulled that off. I think everyone knew. You wouldn't have an engagement party like in another state. It was like an invitation. Everyone, I think, kind of knew. We just didn't totally know, you know? I feel like I just seem like a shitty friend that doesn't pay attention. And we'll end it with this one. Rose Bags wants to know, how have you lost the weight? Well, a lot of people want to know that, but she asked specifically this time. She says, I have the same food palette as you, so I'm curious what worked for you. You look amazing and confident, exactly what I'm striving for. I'm not going to say that I don't feel more confident, but I will also say that despite how I might have come across on camera I wasn't confident. With my weight and like with my body, I was always confident. I never thought I was fat. So I think that's like a very key thing to remember, is don't focus on like the scale, just focus on how you feel. Because personally, the reason I started losing weight was not because I was trying to lose weight, it was because I was just trying to like walk to feel better. Plot twist, exercise makes you lose weight, especially when you hadn't been doing any of it at all for a very long time. Honestly, I haven't talked more about the weight loss situation because I don't know what to say other than I go on a lot of walks and I don't eat a lot. When I go to McDonald's, I'm not getting 5 cheeseburgers. I'm getting like 1 double cheeseburger and no fries and a Dr. Pepper. I've also just always had a fast metabolism. It was literally that I stopped working out and then I gained weight, and then I started working out and I lost weight. But it was when I gained weight was while I was first on camera. So it just kind of threw off the perception for everyone else. And this is the skinniest I've ever been. And I'll say more recently that I would just say being depressed from feeling handicapped, essentially. Like I couldn't do anything for a while. I've just been like uncomfortable for a year. Took a toll on the mental health, but I'm doing better, and appetite is back. So. And then back to question from earlier, if I plan on filming regularly again. I hope so, but I feel like I don't want to promise that because who knows. I definitely have several videos coming out in the next month. I would love to do a little bit of Vlogmas, but even as a healthy, fully functioning person, I think the entire month would be absolutely insane. Maybe I'll do like that, like you do Monday through Friday and then have the weekends off. I'll figure something out. And then I need to figure out the puppy situation. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope this answered some of the lingering questions you might have had, because I've been pretty MIA on social media, on YouTube, and just honestly in life, if you ask my friends. But I'm hoping that by the new year, I'm gonna be back to normal, and who knows what kind of weird shit I'm gonna be making on Shared Channel, on here. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. Until then, I'm just gonna be watching Netflix. Also, go check out our Patreon if you haven't already. Or just the video. We wear turtlenecks. I'd say we look like Steve Jobs, but we decided during the shoot that I actually look like Elizabeth Holmes, the Theranos lady. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.